All right, McCoy, you already started us off, so let's go into our NFC picks here. Go ahead and give us everybody except for the Bucks, because we already got them down for your South team.
That's right, go Bucks. Jameis about to be out here taking MVP, leading the Bucks to the Super Bowl.
Go Bucks.
So I just watched, caught up on that last Hard Knocks today, so I'm all ready for the new one tomorrow. But yeah, definitely. The Falcons are gonna have the Super Bowl hangover here, and the Panthers don't seem to know what they're doing. So I'm gonna go Tampa in the South. Let's see. Then that NFC East, I'm gonna go with the Giants. I think their defense is gonna hold it down this year enough, keep Dallas in check, and the Giants are gonna win that division. And as long as Eli can stay on his feet, I think their offense is gonna have a huge year with those receivers. As long as Beckham can stay on the field. But he's going to play week 1, right? I don't see him not playing.
Yeah, I don't imagine that he's not going to play.
I haven't heard anything since they said he might not play, but I think that was all just a story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just trying to get the Cowboys shook there. And with Elliott being, who knows what's going on? What's going on with Elliott? Like, is he playing? Is he not playing?
Well, so there was a 6-game suspension that was handed out, and then I guess new evidence has come to light. So the NFLPA filed a lawsuit against the NFL in federal court with a stay on the suspension, saying that they can't suspend him because there's now new evidence. So as of right now, he is on a roster, he is practicing, and until there is some type of ruling, he's playing.
So
It's
is
like
it going to
the
be like
Tom
Tom
Brady
Brady,
shit.
right? So he's going to get suspended next year. Which ain't a bad move for Dallas, honestly.
No, and you know what? With his situation, just quickly, he may be able to actually beat this, unlike with Tom Brady, because the new evidence that's come up is the NFL, or this last year and 3 months or whatever they were investigating him, had a woman that was the lead investigator. She interviewed the girl that accused him of hitting her. She interviewed everybody that had to do with this. Her report back to Roger Goodell said no suspension should be levied against Elliott at all.
Yeah.
And then he just decided to throw 6 games at him. Now, I don't know what actually happened in that situation. It's a very gray situation. But how can you have a lead investigator say 0 and then Goodell say 6? So he may actually have a case when they get to federal court
Because
there.
Roger is trash, that's why.
Yep.
He's garbage.
Yep.
He's got to get up out of here to begin with. So let's see. NFC North, I'm going to go with the Packers just because I know they have Aaron Rodgers. So I really don't see any other team in that division beating Aaron Rodgers. Stafford, who else they have? Stafford's in that division, Bradford.
I mean, the Vikings won that division last year.
Did they?
Highest paid quarterback, Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, I know, which is crazy.
Highest paid player ever.
Well,
that
this
is insane.
Like,
Nah, the Packers came in that last game and ended up winning the division.
yeah.
Did they?
Good.
Yeah.
Packers
then, so
taking
then-
it again this year.
The Vikings were the wild card?
So who else? The Bears have Glennon. The Vikings have Bradford, and the Lions have Stafford. So I'm going to take
Who
Aaron
just got
Rodgers.
paid,
Yeah.
highest quarterback, highest paid player in the NFL.
I'm going with Rodgers and Montgomery in that one because that dude's all over the place. I thought,
Kev, you just pulled a me.
yeah, he did.
Oh, I'm just throwing it out there again. I heard you guys.
Yeah. So what's the last one? The West, right?
The West,
I'm gonna go
yeah.
Seattle again in that one. They got it on lock out there. You know, that defense is too good, and then Wilson is gonna be scrambling and doing his thing, making plays. So
All right, who do you have coming out of the NFC going to the Super Bowl?
I'm gonna stay hard on the Tampa Bucks bandwagon right here.
Wow.
We out here. Jameis slinging, Jameis to Evans hitting Jackson deep too. Let's go Bucks. We out here.
All right, Rich, you go ahead and take it next, buddy.
All right, so me and the people,
The people.
we're going with the Giants. 59% of us to win the NFC East. Sure, like whatever. 39% of the people are rocking with the Falcons in the South.
Ooh.
And that was the highest percentage?
Yeah, I mean the South seems close, and
No love for
I don't really
Jameis?
believe. I don't believe in like the hangover stuff. I kind of believe like you get over shit and like it doesn't mean that much. But that Super Bowl loss,
That's
like, I can
tough.
see that affecting this season.
Yeah,
you know?
that's tough to get over,
Like,
man. They had
that's
that
rough.
one.
Yeah. So
Like, they're still making commercials about it.
Yeah,
They're
I
gonna
guess
talk
they
about that all
replayed
the
it.
time.
Yeah, I guess they just replayed it on NFL Network today. And I saw a Carolina Panther jersey that said Atlanta led by
Yep.
number 25. Like,
Yep.
everyone in that division is going to get on them
The
first.
Saints been clowning them too, so
Yeah, like, it's just, they're going to have to deal with
Mm-hmm.
it. The Seahawks are winning the West with 58% of the votes. I mean, I don't see who could beat them in the West anyway. I mean, who is it?
Yeah.
The 49ers.
The Rams.
49ers, the
the
Right.
Cardinals. The Cardinals good.
Yeah, yeah. Is Carson Palmer still their quarterback?
He is.
Yeah.
Thought he got hurt.
He did, but he'll probably get hurt again, you know.
Nah, he never gets hurt.
Nah.
Wish they would talk
Never.
about it. In the NFC North, 63% of the people picked the Packers. So
Wow.
I don't have a problem rolling with Aaron Rodgers. If you're interested, actually, speaking of Aaron Rodgers, ESPN's Mina Kimes did a really good profile of Aaron Rodgers. She sat down and had an interview with him, and he talked about how one of the most interesting things that I've heard a quarterback say is that after he won the Super Bowl, he sat on the bus and he listened to all of his teammates like be pumped and talk about how they just won the Super Bowl and how excited they were, and he looked around and thought, I hope this isn't all I do in my life. So it's really good if you want to read it. I'll tweet it out. Mina Kimes wrote it. She's really good.
Did he have the mustache in the interview?
I don't
Was he
know.
rocking the
I
sweet
know-
mustache?
I know she said it was weird because most of the time when she asks people to do interviews, they like want to meet at like a neutral site, but he decided to go to her apartment and he was just hanging out at her apartment and he just sat down and like he really opened up. Like he talked about his family and why they don't talk. He talked about how
That's a weird situation. I've read a little bit about that.
Wasn't his brother on The Bachelor?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which I'm an avid fan of. The Bachelor, it's a great show, but that dude's a clown.
Clowns.
But he talked about that a little bit. Well, he didn't. He talked about how he doesn't talk about it, and he talked about how basically his religion changed. Like he grew up in a really strict like Christian home, and then as he got older and exposed to more lifestyles and stuff, it really changed his view on the world. So it's really good if you want to check it out. And all right, so those are the divisions. And 36% of the people said that Green Bay was going to go to the Super Bowl against Oakland for me, and 59% of the people said they would win it. So I'm riding with the Packers all year long. Yeah.
McCoy, we didn't get your Super Bowl pick, actually.
Oh yeah, we did.
All
we
right,
did
Bucks.
get the-
Bucks versus Patriots.
Bucks, and you're taking the
I'm
Bucks to
going
beat the
with
Pats?
Jameis. Let's go,
He's
Jameis.
busting rhymes before the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. I love that shit on Hard Knocks.
I'm dying.
All right, Kev, you go next, man.
All right, so picks are pretty similar across the board here. I got Giants here in the East. They haven't won the division since 2011, so I'm gonna say they're gonna come through with the division, and their big game of the year, Thanksgiving night, they're gonna go in and whoop Washington. So then we'll move to the north. I'm rolling with the Pack Attack and Aaron Rodgers. He was just at Zach Decker's house fixing the kitchen sink. So like Rich says, he's a very interesting guy. He's all over the place doing everything.
I saw that.
They're gonna repeat. They've won the division 5 out of the last 6 years, and their big game, week 2 at Atlanta, repeated the NFC Championship game. So that'll be a good one to see. Yeah, Seahawks in the West. I don't think Arizona has the offense to keep up. Just in general, not even with Seattle, but I think it's David Johnson or bust. I think Larry Fitzgerald is old. I think Seahawks are gonna take that. They're gonna they got a big game at Arizona week 10. Those two teams haven't swept each other since 2010, so it'll be interesting to see what happens between the two of them. And then McCoy, I'm rolling with Tampa Bay in the South.
Yeah.
They
Bad
haven't won the
legs.
division since 2007. It's been Panthers, Falcons. I don't think they. I think losing Shanahan, the offensive coordinator, is going to hurt Matt Ryan. His best year last year with him. Shanahan is kind of like a quarterback doctor. He's gone. I don't think Matt Ryan will do as good. And week 5 could be a preview. The Bucks are at home against the Pats, so let's see what happens.
Yeah,
But,
there we go. Super Bowl preview right there. You heard it
for
here
you,
first.
for you, I'm
That's
going
right.
with. I'm going with the. I'm more along with the people. I'm going. And what I want to see. I really want to see Aaron Rodgers versus Tom Brady before Brady, that bastard, retires. So, but let's go Pack. I'm gonna pick the Packers to beat the original number 12, Tom Brady. So Packers Super Bowl champions. I'm with the people too, Rich.
That's right.
That bastard Tom Brady's never going to retire.
You better hope so.
Yeah.
He's not going to. I want him to, but he's going to be out there 60 winning Super Bowls still.
Yo, when he retires, that division is gonna be so awful.
Yeah, that's got to be the worst division
Yeah.
in the league.
Oh, absolutely. I had my fantasy draft today, and I picked up the Patriots defense, even though the Texans were out there and the Broncos were out there, and everybody was like, why? Because they probably just single-handedly won me 6 weeks when they go against the Bills, the Jets, and the
Yeah.
Dolphins.
Easy 6 wins.
Going to have at least 2 or 3 picks in those games.
Yep. Easy. Especially because the Bills, Tyrod might not even play week 1. So the Jets might get a
still
win right there.
Yeah, see, it starts already.
Yeah. Can't even lose
So
right.
they're not getting a win.
All right, my picks are similar with the West and the North. I think that's pretty easy with Seattle out West. There's nobody going to compete with them for every reason you guys listed. They're old. I think the Cardinals' window was 2 years ago when they made it to the Super Bowl, or was it 3 years ago?
Cardinals, they made it in like 08.
Yeah, word.
No. What was it, the NFC Championship game that
Probably.
they blew then recently?
Yeah, they haven't made the Super Bowl in a minute.
Yeah, but either way, I think they're past their window. The Packers have dominated the North. I think the Vikings will give them a run for their money, but I like the pickup for Green Bay with Martellus Bennett. Aaron Rodgers loves to throw to his tight ends, and he really hasn't had a very good one. Jermichael Finley was okay, but he never really lived up to the hype, so I think the Packers will stay winning with the North. I'm going to go with the Panthers in the South. I think they're going to rebound and get back to not what they were with the Super Bowl, but they're going to be close. Christian McCaffrey gives them a dynamic out of the backfield that they haven't had before, where they can spread the ball out a little bit, maybe not have so many design runs for Cam. The defense will be the question mark for them. Can they stop people from passing the ball? Can they stop Denorius from tearing him up at 300 yards against them last year?
Can't stop Jameis.
We'll see. And then in the East, I kind of went back and forth on this one. I was with you guys with the Giants most of the day, mainly because of their offense. But as far as winning the division, I'm going to go with the Cowboys. I think they're going to be able to win the division again. But I do think the Giants will sneak in and get into the playoffs. And I tried not to do this, but I got the Giants winning the NFC and going to the Super Bowl against the Raiders. I hate the Giants. You guys know that as a Jets fan. But with that offense, with Odell Beckham and Brandon Marshall out there, the running back that they got last year, it was a 5th-round pick.
Perkins.
Is it Piper? Perkins, yeah. I think he can continue to build on what he did. Eli somehow finds a way to stay healthy and stay upright most of the time. And I think that defense for the Giants, especially the defensive line, has improved enough that they should be able to outscore opponents. I don't know that they're going to shut them down, but they'll outscore them. So I'm taking offense versus offense, Raiders and Giants, and I'm going to go with the Raiders winning the Super
The
Bowl.
Raiders.
The Raiders.
And then they're moving to Vegas. These still do
Yeah, I
one
think
solid before they go for Oakland.
I think Beast Mode really gives them a stabilizing factor on offense that they haven't had the last couple of years.
Yeah, right, because you have to respect their running game now. Well,
Yeah, and I mean their running game in the past was good with Latavius
Yeah.
Murray. He was a
solid.
solid running back, but he wasn't putting
real
any
solid.
fear in you or anything. You're not bringing extra guys in the box for him.
He ain't beast mode.
No.
No, not at all.